Oh my goodness, Chanel! You do not know how excited I was today to just be able to sit down with you and chat, girls, just having real queen talk.
I know, it's long overdue.
Very much so. I don't know if you talk about this because I found this out that you are Jamaican.
Yes.
What I said?
Yeah, man.
So excited. I was like, yes, I want to talk about Jamaican food.
Yes, I know. I wish I had your accent, but you know, I'm working on it. I moved out to LA, so I'm definitely losing it. But you know, my Brooklyn family, they know the vibes, they know the deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how did you go from Brooklyn, now LA, killing the game? Like, how did that transition happen?
So I moved out to LA, just to give you a little bit of my background. I'm an occupational therapist, so I got my master's degree in occupational therapy, was working as a therapist for 2 years with kids with disabilities in New York. But during my time as a therapist, I actually fell into my fitness journey because my big thing was like, if I'm going to be telling people what they need to do to live a healthy life, I have to do it too. And I'm big on like practicing what you preach. So I ended up getting into my own fitness journey back in 2016. And then, you know, just as I was working as a therapist and just like moving along, I really fell in love with my body and the changes that were happening and just like how strong I was getting. I was doing push-ups, pull-ups, like, you know, I could hang with the guys now. So I was so fascinated by that I was just posting it online, showing on Instagram. And then a lot of women were just like, Coco, how did you do that? How did you get abs? How do you do this? And I was like, well, you can't show every detail online. And because I love that like in-person interaction, I was like, I'm gonna do classes.
You are a freaking queen. You're
Thank
a boss.
you.
I see you. It's not a game with you. You hustle, you grind. And then I also see you with your man, right? So, I mean, everybody knows when they see Chanel and they see Duke, like, y'all are a package deal. Tell me the tea. You know, we got a little tea right here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay?
It's too hot.
Because I want to ask the questions that everybody's thinking, but they're too scared to ask. So, tell me how you and Duke, like, tell me about the story. Like, I need to know, like, how did you guys meet? Like, was he like walking around on the beach somewhere in Mexico? Like, what was going on?
How did it happen? Yes. So, long story short, being the hustler that I am, also working as a therapist, I also, like, during my time in school, just got my bartending license because I was like, I'm in school, getting more broke, paying all these loans. I need some pocket money. So I got my bartending license. And you know, with bartending, you have to promote like online, like I'm gonna be bartending here, meet me there, whatever. So I did one of those things and put it up on Instagram. So I get to the event after I'm finished with my little 9-to-5 job, go to Manhattan, and I'm working the bar. These two guys, these two black men walk into the bar and they don't look like they're coming from work. You know, after work, you're in your like business casual clothes. Yes. They're in like all white, gold chains. I literally saw the oil on like Duke's body from the door. Like he was just like, I was like, where are they? Are they in the wrong event? Yeah. But they were in the right place. And you know, it was him and his best friend, Omar. And he comes to the bar and he's ordering drinks like normal. He ordered a Patron and pineapple. I remember because don't we all? So he ordered it 3 times. This is why I remember this. And the 3rd time he came back, I was like, Patron and pineapple, right? You know, just being a bartender. Because I want that tip. Come on. That's what I was chasing. Exactly. I was like, he fine, but I want the tip.
Come on, give me that money.
So after the 3rd drink, he kind of just was like, I think he said, thank you for inviting me. And I was like, I don't know you. Yeah. And then he was like, to be honest, I'm here because I saw it on your page on Instagram and I wanted to meet you. So, and I was like, I wasn't used to like somebody being so honest about,
forward. Duke doesn't play.
No.
Straight shooter.
Yeah. So yeah, he kind of just like, I'm here for you. What you doing after? Take my number down, kind of thing. We didn't do anything after because I was like, I need to do some research. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I took his number and we hung out the next day and the rest is kind of history. And now I live in LA.
One of the things I've always respected about you is that the consistency and like not just your brand, but in who you are as a woman. And even hearing, you know, from woman to woman, hearing that you're educated, hearing that, you know, you took time to focus on yourself. I think there's this obsession with women getting into relationships and it's just like, I just need my man, then my life is going to be blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But it sounds like you already had something going for you. Oh, yeah. Boy saw it, but Duke saw it, respected it, and then pursued you. So like, can we talk a little bit about that? Because I know you got opinions on women probably hitting you, like, girl, what do I need to do to get a king like that? So like, talk to me, tell me the truth. What's the real?
I am big on this whole concept of like becoming the best version of yourself. So within my brand, Coco Fitness, I promote for women to become their own body goals, right? So we live in a culture where people are online, they're like goals as far as relationships or goals as far as like just, there's nothing wrong with being like admiring someone, but goals is like a word that like I think that we should keep to ourselves, as meaning like that's something you should want for yourself. Right. I never want to see someone's life and want the exact replica for myself because that's their life. So I just think that just understanding, you know, how being able to build things from your own self and be self-sufficient. I think that really came from my mom. My mom raised me and 4 other sisters. So she was a single mom, and just seeing her do everything on her own, I really feel like now I could look back at now that I'm an adult and understand that that's just all I saw. Yeah. So that's all I kind of like. That's all I knew. It's always trying to be for myself, and it was kind of just like, get the degree, do what you have to do, and everything else will follow. Like, be a good person, and everything else will follow. And I really like, for as long as I've ever known, I've never chased anything in my life. It was never about chasing men. It was never about chasing money. Never about chasing opportunities. I just found things that I liked and that I was good at. I worked at that constantly, and then that brought opportunities to me.
Yeah, but I think what you said about just, number one, you were yourself. Yeah. So that means that first, ladies, queens, we got to know ourselves.
Yes, know yourself. Exactly.
Know yourself. Understanding that you said, okay, I grew up in this household. I understand I have goals. My mom has shown me this is what I need to be doing. Like, you had like a vision for your life. Yes. So pursuing that vision, being very clear about making sure that you were doing that for you. Then you ended up having a little fun while doing it, right? Yes. So you start bartending, you do all this stuff, and then he sees you, right? And so the obsession sometimes is not just about getting a man, but I think that people don't really actually know how to sustain relationships. And that's what I really wanted to talk to you about, because, you know, we can look and see, and y'all do look amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
thank you.
Goals, I'm like, golly. I hope that I can look like that just for myself and my own personal body goal. But I think past that, it's like, how do you sustain that type of energy?
Especially as from a woman's standpoint, it's so easy to get lost in relationships, right? We just come from a space where we just naturally give, and we do for everyone that we love. That, you know, sometimes I'm so conscious of like, okay, I'm doing for this man, and I'll give him the shirt off my back, but what is he doing for me? So even prior to getting into a relationship and just not having the dynamic of a father figure, a lot of my questions was, what's the role of a man in my life? What do I need a man for? Because I'm so self-sufficient. I know how to do a lot of things on my own. So it's just like, I really had to define that for myself before I even got into a relationship. Because you know, you grow up and you learn like, oh, a man is supposed to take care of the house, or a man is supposed to buy you nice things. So it's like, I don't know what that looks like. So what is that going to look like for me? And what do I feel like I need? What do I desire most? Do I need a man who's going to buy me everything? Or do I need a man who's going to spend time with me and help me grow as a woman and help me, you know, expand my business? So once you figure out your needs and wants, and for every woman it differs. That's the thing too, that I think that people don't understand, but it's okay for it to be different. You just have to really know yourself, know what you need, and then not only be able to provide that for yourself and your partner, but, you know, assure that they can provide and give you that as well.
Yeah. What advice would you give to a queen who's like, yeah, I want a king, but knowing that there's some things that you have to put in place to really sustain that type of love and relationship?
Yeah, every single day it's a working progress. It's a lot of conversations, a lot of communication, a lot of putting things out on the table. One thing I always ask Duke on Sundays at the start of the week, is there anything you need from me this week? So that I can like pencil him into my week, because I'm busy. I'm running 2 different businesses.
You better let him know.
So I need to plan. He knows that I like to put everything in a plan. Like if you don't tell me something days ahead, obviously everything is not perfect and it doesn't work out like that. But I always, provide, that option for him. Like you can use me, whatever you need. You need me to film you. You need me to be a model. You need me to whatever you need. Just let me know. And then he's learned that I need that too. Like that's my love language. Because I got a lot of things to do. So I need you to help me do this. I need you to help me, whether it's my website, I need you to help me package orders, I need you to film me. So just really laying out our needs and wants, just especially considering the lifestyles that we lead. We're both entrepreneurs, we both work for ourselves, we don't have employees, so everything is just generated from what we do. So being really transparent about, what his expectations are, what my expectations are, and our needs is just the thing that really saves us, I feel like.
That is just so good. Let's talk about the breakup, because I think it's beautiful. You and Duke, you guys killing the game, but you said you broke up for 8 months?